And it may be something that the city council doesn't know. So asking for that information, I just feel to see what the crime is, what the difficulties in producing it. And then I also asked our planning director for him to give us a leader discussion on annexation fees and impact fees, because I don't know, in the 2 years this planning commission has been organized, if anybody's had any information about it. And if you haven't had any information about it, what harm would it do to our planning director to give us some information? It's not controversial, it's not conflicted, it's just information that we should have. And then thirdly, city council authorized an expenditure of money to a private firm, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And they're studying the impact of the loss of annexation fees on city services. So I asked our planning director if he just bring us up to date about anything that is going on with that issue. If I offended you, planning director, please accept my apology. And I think now would be the time to verify, is it against house rules or protocol to ask the planning director to give us information?
Go ahead, talk. I think that was never a problem. So when we got on board, we were all new. And I remember I went to the planning department and I asked about the sewers. I brought it up and asked the ag project. So we went to the planning director, hey, what's the deal? We're going to run out of capacity for water and sewer. And they gave us a presentation. We brought it up. As far as the impact fees, I don't remember if they gave it to the commission or city council. So I remember looking at that and they broke it down. They said, well, here's what Raleigh's charging, here's what our fees are way down here, and everybody's up here. And they showed how they arrived at the impact fees. But I agree with you, and I don't think it's a problem. We just go to our council, hey, could you give us an update? What's going to happen now that the annexation fees go away? How are we going to replace them? I don't think that's a problem.
What is the problem?
Well,
I heard this
problem. So, what I hear the planning director saying is that he would like to have some direction as to procedure, how to go about these things, is what I'm hearing him say. And I don't have a problem with that. What he is saying is, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm hearing you saying is that you would like to have some direction as to what the parameters are. You're asking this, should the whole commission be apprised and aware when you're asked to do tested, consume a great amount of your time? Is that what you're asking?
That's precisely the point. I have no problem giving you information. But I'd like the issue to be an issue of the planning commission, and that means the majority of the commission. Anytime a commissioner asks something to be brought before the commission, then what I'm requesting the commission to tell me is it is the majority of the commission's interest to hear this item, and then we'll go ahead and properly post it, because it may be an issue of community concern too. Like I said, I have no problem giving you information, but if I have,
is that it had to be on the agenda.
exactly, I brought it up when I was the chairman. Let's discuss this.
Well, you can't just bring it up. You have to agendize it. And so that's maybe part of the problem. You're interested in it? Since I have been on the planning commission for 10 years, I should know that, wouldn't I? And that's exactly what I did. I asked him to put this on the agenda. Now, my contention is, if we're going to let the planning director determine the information that we receive, I think now's the time to settle things. Is there what are the legal objections for us to talking about politics, I'm talking about information that's going to help the planning commission make decisions.
Let me just, there's no conflict with providing information. If you have a question about an issue, you can always come to my office and I'll give you the information. But every time an issue is requested to be presented before the commission, I feel that it should be the majority of the commission that's asking for that issue. Now, procedurally, it's not going to make any difference. I think what I would recommend is that if any of the members have something to be brought up, is we can agendize an open item on the agenda to indicate new business. And then at that time, any commissioner can say, look, I'd like this item to be brought before the commission. We can put it in there. And then if the majority of the commission wishes that we bring this issue back, I can tell you I can have this thing ready in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, depending on the complexity of the issue. And then that would allow us plenty of time to study it and give you analysis on it. But again, if you have a question on a specific issue, you can always visit my office or write to me, and then I'll give you the information.
But Armando, what, for you to give us a report on the state of this titular bias investigation, that's for all of us. It isn't good enough that I just go down and you tell me. Your entire planning commission, we should know a status report, what they've done so far, and what kind of conclusions they've reached so far. Because that's vital for planning.
What I hear Armando saying is that he has no problem with that, but it's a procedural how to go about it.
And I would agree that what Armando said, let's put the new business at the end.
Open item.
Open item, new business, and we can bring it up. I said, at that point, you can ask a question, they don't have it, okay, when can, next meeting, or the 2 meetings, but that'll provide a procedure policy. We'll have it on the agenda every meeting, it's an open item or new business, and then that gives him, instead of just you, say, okay, we direct him, and then he presents
The
the
commission
whole
directs
commission.
him.
Because one of the things we run into is say, if you and I meet and we discuss, well, what about this, or what do you think about that, then we get into ground man. So if we could discuss it as a group, then we'll discuss it in an open meeting. And that's what my concern was, hey, I want information, or I want to discuss, what do you think? And we can't do that individually, but we could do it as a group. And we could do it under that open meeting. And we say, okay, that way the public, open item, because that way the public is unnoticed, we could discuss other stuff than what we did.
You know, I disagree with that. However, there's 2 weeks in between meetings. If something happens, for example, in the last 2 weeks, this titular, this report on the effect of the loss of annexation case. If I thought about the meeting, so now it's going to be a month before we get information.
Yeah, but also there's no action going to be taken in that month also. They're not going to eliminate the annexation fees before it's discussed. So it doesn't hurt anything for us to agendize it and to put it in an orderly fashion. I mean, the example you're given, Commissioner, is that the issue of annexation fees came up. And what you were saying is that we needed information on this immediately. And I feel that what staff is saying is that there is a procedure that we need to follow to be within the law.
Well, where is the procedure?
Well, that's what we're trying to establish right now.
To me, this question in the 100-year history of Calexico's never come up.
You're very sharp on it. I mean, what we're trying to do is establish a procedure where we can handle this.
What I'm trying to tell you is that since I have more experience than everyone on, this department has come up. And we have asked our planning director for information, and he has supplied it. On this particular case, I don't know.
Well, you know, Art, I think, to me, it's a new point, because my understanding is that it doesn't come to us, it goes to the city council. So the city council is the one who said, we're going to take the annexation fee, they're the ones who delete it. Because right now, it's on the books. So, you know,